It's me again. Welcome back. And for this video, we are going to look at another concept whereby you are told to simplify the expression. We have our expression here. So what you need to do is simplify the top part, the numerator part, and then the denominator part. And this is how we do it. So we are going to start with the numerators. We write our n is given by, we have x squared minus 9y squared. Now if you look at this expression here, you realize that you can get the square root of x squared, you can get the square root of 9, you can get the square root of y as y squared. So that means this is a difference of 2 squared. So we get the square root of this one. So we have said the square root of x squared will give us x minus the square root of 9 will give us 3. The square root of y squared will give us y. So that is the first part. Now onto the second part, you just write the same expression, but now the negative sign will become positive. So we write into x plus 3y. And if you try to expand this one, you end up here. So this is how you do it. Whenever you have an expression and you realize that you can get the square root of the given numbers, it is their perfect root, then that means you can always use this formula. Just get the square root of x, the square root of this 9 here, the square root of this y here. They will give you this one, and then you have another bracket here using the same values, but now the sign will change. When we are done with the numerators, we go to the denominator. So we have 2x squared minus 7xy plus 3y squared. Now for this one, we use product and sum. This is not a perfect root. We use the product and sum. For the product, we look at our value of a here. This one is our b, this one is our c. So we just multiply our a and b, our a and c, sorry, to give us the product. And our a is 2, our c is 3. So 2 times 3 to give us 6. And then the sum. The sum is given by the mean true number here, which is negative 7. So we must use the sign, the given sign. If it was positive 7, we could have written just 7. But now that our number is negative, we must include the negative sign. Now we are going to look for two numbers whereby if you multiply them, they give you 6. And if you add the same two numbers, they give you negative 7. I usually start with the product whereby I look for numbers which when I multiply I get 6. And now that the sum is negative, it means the two numbers must be negative. Remember, a negative number times a negative number, you get a positive number. So we start with 6 and 1, whereby both are negative. So if you multiply negative 6 times negative 1, you get positive 6. How about if we add these two? Negative 6 plus negative 1, you get negative 7. So these are the numbers that we are looking for. Now these two numbers will replace our b here. They are going to replace the mean true number, and this is what we are going to have, 2x squared. Now instead of writing minus 7xy, I write these two numbers, but xy must remain. So I'm going to have minus 6xy. Then the other number is minus 1, so minus 1xy. I don't have to write 1 here. When it is xy, it is already 1xy. Then plus this number remains. So in short, whatever we have gotten here replaces our b here, and then this one remains, and even the part c, this other part remains here. So we just replace the mean true number. Then from there we can group these two. We look for the common factor here. This is divisible by 2. 2 is divisible by 2. So I write 2 here. And then x is common. I write x. So 2x squared divided by 2x, I get x. We have minus 6xy divided by 2x, I'm going to get that is 3y. Then minus, we go to these other signs. We look for the common factor here. We have y, so we write y outside the bracket. And then we define, this is xy, defined by y, we get x. And then we have 3y squared, which is positive, divided by this y here, we remain with minus 3y. For you to know if you have gotten this one correct, this bracket here, whatever is inside here, must be equivalent to whatever is inside here. And you have x minus 3y, x minus 3y. You may be wondering why we have negative and yet this one is positive. Now this is how we do it. If I multiply 2x times x, I get 2x squared. 2x times minus 3y, I get minus 6xy. I come to this other side, minus y times x, I get minus xy. Minus y times minus 3y. So a negative number times a negative number, you get a positive number, which is 3y squared. And that's how we have this negative here. So after that, we combine the numbers outside the bracket, which is 2x. This is minus y. We put them into brackets, and then this bracket here, the values here are similar to these ones here. So we just pick one of the brackets, which is x minus 3y. So this is the value of the denominator. Now to get our final answer, we just combine our numerator here over denominator. This one is given by numerator, we have x minus 3y divided by, not divided, we have another bracket here, which is x plus 3y. So this one also into brackets. Okay, then divide by the denominator, which is 2x minus y. The other part, we have x minus 3y. Now, before we conclude, we have to make sure there is no two brackets which are similar. If they are, we cancel them out. So if you look at this one is x minus 3y, x minus 3y. So I can cancel this bracket with this other one. On the upper side, we have x plus 3y. We have 2x minus y. So these ones are not similar. We just write our final answer here. On the upper part, we have x plus 3y divided by 2x minus y, and that is the final answer. So it is very easy. So you must identify them where we have expressions showing difference of two squares. So that's where we usually begin from. Thank you very much for your time.